boy Crypto? My name is Ben. Today we're going to be talking about Bitcoin, everybody's favorite coin. Everybody loves the Bitcoin. I mean, the fact is, I think a lot of people think I don't like Bitcoin, which is really stupid. I do like Bitcoin. I just like other stuff too. Is that okay? Is that okay? Here's the thing. Bitcoin pumped last night really hard, and it is at this point almost impossible to still believe that Bitcoin's going to hit new lows. That Bitcoin's going below $15,000, which means we called the bottom back in November. We told you the bottom was in November. We told you all year the bottom was going to be in November. There it was, bottom in November. Guys, people who are still telling you 12K, they're insane. You need to move on from those folks. 25.2 was really one of the last numbers that we really needed to kind of invalidate. We had to get above to completely destroy all the bearish narratives. Now, you got people out there that are still saying 4K for Bitcoin, 4K, blah. Bunch of idiots, what they are. Look, here's the facts. The fact is, remember this. The macro is fuel for the direction Bitcoin is going. I'll say it again. The macro is fuel, or in some cases, brakes for where Bitcoin is going to. Bitcoin is already doing what Bitcoin has done every other cycle. However, now the timing just always favors Bitcoin. It's insane. The timing that we're looking at now, we are looking at bank insolvencies. We're looking at possible hyperinflation. We're looking at people wanting to exit the banking system. All this is extremely bullish for Bitcoin, and for good reason. So we've got this guy on Twitter, Balaji Sverdenson, I think is his name. I'm not even going to pretend to know how to pronounce his name right. But he just posted a big, long thread about hyperinflation coming to the United States. Now, he's saying that the government is getting ready to print $2 trillion more dollars. Amazing, isn't it? Beginning of this year, I told everybody, I said, you know what? The way things are looking right now, I believe they're going to turn the money printers on by the end of the year. People assassinated my character. Said I was an idiot. Said the Fed is too determined. The Fed is too determined. Oh, that's false. Guys, they're printing. I think they just printed 300 billion if my sources are serving me correct here. But the fact is, hyperinflation, I don't think we're going to see hyperinflation anytime soon. Now, when you do see hyperinflation, it's kind of like, how I compare the growth of this channel, right? It was gradually, and then it was suddenly. That's the way that hyperinflation works, is gradually inflation goes up, and then suddenly before you know it, it's out of control, and there's nothing you can do about it. So in my opinion, in my mind, I think we could see that, but I don't think we're going to see hyperinflation in the next 1 to 2 years. I think that what we're going to see is we're going to see one last big money print. The printer's going to go, right? We're going to see one last big money print before the switch to the digital dollar. And I've been telling you guys this for years on this channel. When we move over to the digital dollar, that's when things are going to get quite the spicy. That's right, because the demand for the US dollar, the US digital dollar, will shoot up all around the world, and we will be able to get that inflation back in check for a temporary amount of time. I tend to think we're probably 20 years away from hyperinflation. I know that sounds really crazy if you're a hyperinflation guy and you think that it's coming. 20 years sounds like a long time. But the fact is, I've said forever, once we switch to this digital dollar, which I do believe is USDC, despite the problems recently with Silicon Valley Bank, I believe that we are going to see this, this happen. And this is going to increase the demand, and this is going to kick the can down the road for another 20 years till they figure out the next thing. But overall, here's what you should know. Bitcoin is going up. The price right now is very extremely bullish. Are we going to top 30K? Possibly. Does this mean we're not going to retest 30K again? Or 20K again, excuse me. I believe we still may test 20K one more time as we got that gap down there at 20,334. It's also possible we don't retest it. Maybe we go up to 100K, come back down, maybe test it again sometime in the future. What I want the next bull run to look like is I want the next bull run to look like the price goes up to $250,000. We never test these levels again. However, Bitcoin has proven that these bull runs over time get less and less to the upside. We call this diminishing returns. And if that's the case, when we should be looking at Bitcoin to be about $105,000 will be a target on the upside. But I certainly hope we're going to see higher than that. The macro is certainly giving some good fuel for Bitcoin right now. It's not everything though, because remember this, I know everybody's getting very bullish about the macro right now and saying, oh, look how everything's lined up for Bitcoin. Well, you could have also looked up and said on the way down that everything was lined up against Bitcoin and everything was lined up to have a worst bear market of all time. Dollars and cents wise, of course we did. Percentage wise, we didn't even come close. And so something to keep in mind there is that, you know, these cycles, they just keep rhyming. They don't look the exact same, but they always just keep rhyming. And regardless of what the pressure from the macro was to push Bitcoin down further, it didn't go there. So Bitcoin's quite resilient. It either adds brakes or fuel to the Bitcoin price, but doesn't ultimately determine the direction that Bitcoin is going into. So I want to know, drop your comments down below. Let me know where you think Bitcoin is heading to. That's all I got. Be blessed. I'll bet the boy out.